Maggie Haberman reveals pictures of toilets clogged with Trump White House documents. Looks like Trump's handwriting on those documents there. This follows her reporting that staff found flush documents in Trump's toilets.
Do you want to talk about these toilet
Oh, yeah,
pictures?
sure. I'll ask about the pictures.
Yeah.
Axios published some of Maggie Haberman's reporting. Maggie had earlier reported that White House staffers had found documents in Trump's toilets that looked like they were flushed down, intentionally disposed of. And now Axios posted these photos this morning of what certainly appear to be documents. One of these toilets is in the White House. Another one is during some kind of a trip. And I know people are going to make all kinds of toilet jokes here, but the bottom line is these are documents that are supposed to be preserved that are being destroyed here, Dana.
It's not legal. I mean, there is a law that is in place since the era post-Nixon that you have to preserve presidential records. And that is the people who work in the White House and the man who was elected to the White House. And that is the rule, which is why you have seen reporting from Maggie and others. The then president had a habit of ripping things up and throwing them in the trash. His aides would come quickly along and take them out of the trash and tape them back together because that is the law of the land. This looks nefarious. We don't know the specifics. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to the bottom of what exactly was in there because you're going to have the former president cop to it. And there's no indication that is something that he would do. But I was zooming in on my phone on these pictures. I'm sure you guys were also.
Yeah.
It's a Sharpie and it looks like Donald Trump's handwriting. It looks like it. Can we prove it? Are we handwriting experts? No. But it's just not legal. Full stop.
Yes. Sparkling clean toilets, thank God, I have to say. So this could be much worse.
Thank God for the little things.
I just want to put that out there.
Photos obtained by the New York Times' Maggie Haberman for her new book on the Trump presidency, actually on Donald Trump's entire career. These photos appear to show the White House records, some White House records, in the toilet. White House staff believe that Trump put them in there and made a habit of it. Trump has denied it.
And documentary evidence of a potential Trump crime. A new book captures a photo of a White House toilet, get this, stuffed with White House documents. Flushing presidential records. New photos, yes, new photos. Backup reporting, you see it right there, that the Trump White House documents were shredded and then tossed in the toilet. New photos revealed today, reportedly showing White House documents in toilets. You see them right there. Those documents allegedly flushed by the former president, Donald Trump. These photos were obtained by Maggie Haberman of the New York Times, and the images support earlier reporting by Maggie Haberman that the former president often ripped up official documents and that the White House staff would then find paper clogging toilets. Maggie Haberman is with us now. Maggie, thank you for your time. You know, your first instinct, you see the photos, it is to laugh, and it's an understandable reflex. However, if these documents were put in a shredder or thrown in a fireplace or disposed of some other way, it'd be the same result, the destruction of presidential records.
That's exactly right, Sean. When I was doing research for my upcoming book, Confidence Man, in the past year, I learned about this habit of Trump's. It was not widely known of, but it was known of by some in the White House that he was doing this. And as you say, this is a violation of the Presidential Records Act, which, you know, is a Watergate-era act where documents created or generated by the president and given to the president are supposed to be preserved. Now, who knows what else there was? Who knows what he was doing with things? His, habit of tearing up documents and not having much concern about, respect for them and preservation of them was known, but this disposal method was not. And as you say, if it was a fireplace, if it was a shredder, if it was almost anything else, it would still be the same issue. It prompts laughs, but it's actually not a funny issue.
And the word habit, I think, is key to it in the sense that the presidency is a stressful job. If any president did it once in a fit of rage, a disappointment or whatever, I'm not saying it's okay, but maybe understandable.
That's right.
But in the pictures here, you have a toilet on the left, which is said to be a White House toilet, a toilet on the right, which your sources told you was during an overseas trip. This was not a one-off. This was something your sources tell you the former president did repeatedly.
Correct. Throughout the presidency is what sources, more than one source has told me, John. And it's important to note that when I reported this back in February, Trump denied it and attacked me personally, which is part of why a source provided these photos. For somebody to take these photos speaks to the fact that they did not find it to be normal. They did not find this to be routine procedure or, as you say, a one-off. And as you know, there's more than one instance there.
Right, and it is, again, you show the photos, your first instinct might be one thing, but think about what's in there. Shredded White House documents, you see two congressmen's name in the toilet on the right there, Maggie Haberman. It's very important reporting and now backed up despite what the Trump and the Trump camp now saying. Again, this is all detailed, of course, in the upcoming book. You'll certainly want to read it, Confidence Man. You see it right there.